The day has finally arrived. That vegan teacher has been banned off of TikTok. So let's get into it. Okay, so if y'all don't know who that vegan teacher is she's basically this like cult lady on TikTok. Well, not on TikTok anymore. She's on YouTube now. But she's basically this cult vegan activist lady who like spreads her message through very interesting means. Not the way I would go about spreading a message for my cause by like hating on other causes. But she made this. Okay, so she got banned off TikTok. I actually made a few days ago made another video on her about a couple of her TikToks she had made that were super controversial. But she got banned off TikTok a couple days ago, and about 2 days ago she made this video titled "Censorship: Why Good People Must Rise Up and Speak Out." See, I don't even know what to say on the title, but she basically has been uploading like crazy on YouTube, of course, because this is now her video platform. She can't upload TikToks anymore because TikTok banned her. It won't surprise me if YouTube bans her soon. That will not surprise me the slightest. But she basically like has all these like exclamations in the description with like big like capitals, like she's screaming, "Truth and lies. I never forced anyone. Nobody died. Bella vegan dog is happy and healthy. Following the law. Stalking. She ate meat. She's not a real vegan. She is anti-Semitic, racist, and homophobic. Vegan phobia." Okay, so that was a mouthful, but let's see. Let's pull out something interesting out of here actually, because I thought I saw something about. Oh yeah, vegan phobia. Let's see what she says about vegan phobia. Vegan phobia is real. I don't think so. It is wrong and it is dangerous. My home has been attacked by people who left dead animal body parts on my front steps. Eggs were thrown over my fence. Death threats were uttered. Okay, that's a little far. Groups of people tried to steal my dog. That's a little far too. Individuals have doxed my address and phone number. People have come pounding on my door in the middle of the night, terrifying my 80-year-old mother-in-law who lives with us. Okay, so that's far. The eggs in animal and like if they're like chicken like legs and stuff, that's funny. Okay, don't get me wrong, that's funny. But like the eggs, that's really funny. But death threats in the middle of the night, that's a little far, y'all. You took it a little far. I'm not siding with that vegan teacher whatsoever. Okay, definitely will never do that. But I'm just saying, there's a point of too far. We can't go about killing people. Okay, we can throw eggs at them, but we can't go about killing them. Okay, that's a no. That's off the table. Okay. But vegan phobia. I feel like she literally like just made that up. Like, is it just me or does they like tack phobia onto everything now? And like anyone or anything can tack phobia on the end of it and they can be like, "You're afraid of me." I don't think veganism is a diet. Vegans are a diet. It's not like that just doesn't really comprehend with me because I see the reason phobia is used with a lot of other stuff, but with vegans, it's like being like keto phobic. You're scared of people who are on keto. Oh, you're like vegetarian phobic. You're scared of those who eat veggies. Like you're like paleophobic. Like that just doesn't. I can't wrap my mind around some of this lady's stuff. But let's get into the video, okay? I'm gonna pick this thing apart, okay?
Hello, everyone.
Is it just me who noticed how she literally didn't even edit out the camera shake from her pressing the record button?
Many of you woke up this morning and found out that my account was banned on TikTok. And I know many of you are jumping for joy and thinking that this is a great victory. Somehow, it makes you smile to know that an animal rights activist is being silenced on one of the platforms. Why is that?
It's not because you're a vegan activist whatsoever. That has nothing to do with it. It's because you're a crazy lady force feeding wrong information to our children who are going to copy you because TikTok is a platform predominantly used by children. So you being on that platform, you can influence people, and children are very easy to influence.
Why does that bring you joy? I know why. Because you're feeling guilty. You know you shouldn't be eating animals.
No, I think I know how humans work. I'm pretty sure I should be eating animals. We are called omnivores, lady. This is a basic science class. You should have probably learned this in like the 4th grade. We're omnivores. We eat meat and we eat vegetables. That's how we are built to live. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but I had a nice sized sirloin steak for lunch about 3 hours ago, and I'm still thinking it's pretty good.
You know you shouldn't be paying to exploit them. And you cannot look in the mirror and see that in you. You're suffering from cognitive dissonance.
Oh my gosh, guys, look, she learned a big word.
You're suffering from cognitive dissonance.
Let's rewind that real quick.
You're suffering from cognitive dissonance.
Did she literally not just explain herself?
You think you're a good person, but on the other hand, you pay people to rape, torture, and murder these innocent animals who never did one single thing wrong to you. So when an animal rights activist like me, a middle-aged, gray-haired woman who's 56,
Middle-aged is pushing it.
and who is a school teacher and a nurse, gets shot down, this somehow brings you great joy, as if you're playing a video game. But this is real life. It's not a video game. There are actual victims. There are actual animals who are suffering right now in ways that you know nothing about. So why is it that you don't know what's going on? The biggest reason is that our school system is completely failing us.
Maybe because you're a teacher.
That's one of the reasons that I'm glad to be out of it. In our school systems, we don't encourage people to be free thinkers. We don't encourage them to do research on things that are important. One of the things I really didn't like about being a teacher is that I couldn't just trust the kids to go on the internet and look up things. I wanted to be able to let them go to see Dominion movement and the way that these animals are treated. But I couldn't do that because I would get in trouble if they accidentally went onto a disturbing site, i.e. the truth. What's wrong with our society that we're so scared to tell kids the truth about what's going on? Well, the parents are also scared. In our society right now, parents are mere children. They've never actually grown up. They're just an older version of their kids. I learned this now because after being on TikTok and watching the amount of duets that are going on there and realizing it's horrifying how uneducated the vast majority of the population is.
Okay, listen here, you dirty cotton swab. I don't think you know what you're talking about. I think you're egotistical. And this lady, she's not middle-aged, and I feel like she should be sent to a nursing home because I think she's getting a little loopy in the head. You know how much I would hate to be this lady's neighbors, because like they're just probably out there peacefully walking their dog, you know, getting some nice fresh air in the morning, and she comes running down the street in some like weird half Wonder Woman looking with like a Wonder Woman outfit with like a V on it instead of a W, with a piece of broccoli screaming, "This is Sparta, you shall become a vegan now," or something. And
So of course it's normal that they would want to take somebody down who confronts all these different groups of people. See, I've never limited myself with who I talk to about how the animals are treated. I will talk to a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, a teenager. I will talk to a new mom, a dad. I will talk to anybody. Teachers, principals, doctors, therapists. I will talk to grandparents, and I have. I will talk to my neighbors who are walking their dogs, and colleagues, because everybody needs to know what's going on.
see, this is, in all seriousness, how she's talking about she doesn't limit who she talks to. See, the thing on that is, Has she not noticed how none of them want to listen to her besides the children who are very easily manipulated into a different way of thinking because they're children?
If you ever think you're not powerful, think of it this way. If a group of teenage boys can gather together behind the scenes and start attacking somebody like me, an animal rights activist, or any other, because it won't be long before they come after all the other animal rights activists, then think of what that same group of kids could do if they actually fought for good in the world.
Okay, so I'm not going to condone attacking or hate speech, but maybe they're just trying to remove the plague that also hates on people. I'm not them, so I don't know why they would gather to like attack her or something, but she's probably saying attack by like throwing eggs or something. And if so, congrats to these memers. They won the meme award of 2021, because if she means attack, if she's saying attack, oh my gosh, they're attacking me, by them like leaving like chicken legs or like chicken paws or something on their on her doorstep and like throwing eggs in her backyard and stuff. If that's what she's calling attacking, then it's funny.
You see, the problem is that they're just so mixed up. They don't actually know who's good and who's evil. I mean, for some reason, they have it in their head that somebody who's defending the most innocent animals among us is a bad person. How messed up is that?
Jeez, lady, I didn't need a close-up of your Grand Canyon-sized wrinkles.
Where did they get that idea? I don't know. But I can tell you that schools are not helping us to fix it.
I seriously think this is a mental disorder.
So where do we go from here? Well, first of all, animal rights activists don't stop being animal rights activists.
I wonder if she makes out with her pet pig.
I'm never going to quit. You can close down one account, you can close down another one, I will keep popping up. Or if you keep closing them down and eventually you've used up all of the means, I will still be in front of my house with a sign, or in a shopping center protesting, or filming other activists. I'll go back to being a reporter and talking about them, but I'll never stop. The animals are too important. They're alone. They have no voice. The chickens, the cows, the pigs, the lambs, the turkeys,
Yummy!
they all have a right to their body integrity. They all have a right to live. And many of you have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. The billions of animals that are so badly mistreated, systemically, not just the occasional one, but crammed into places that are as horrible as the Nazi death camps.
I ask you to please take that back and shut up, because you have no idea what you're speaking about.
In fact, worse. The animals have it worse.
What?
The Holocaust never ended for them. Yes, they have it worse.
Okay, you old wrinkly bag of dirt cotton swab looking like that I just took you out of the back of the toilet after cleaning it, okay? I'm gonna need you to shut up, because you have no idea what you're speaking about, and I think you really are not in the right mind, and you really, really, really need to shut up, because you're literally about to have the entire internet hate on you even more than they already did for saying that, because you're blatantly wrong, you're ignorant, and you're stupid.
And you don't realize it. And I know you don't realize it because I saw your duets before my account was taken down. I saw this one girl yelling at the camera and saying, "You don't understand. How can you say that these animals are treated the way that the Jewish prisoners were? They're not raped." Yes, they are. They're not forced into slavery. Yes, they are. They're not murdered. Yes, they are. They're not put into gas chambers. Yes, they are.
Props to whoever this girl is on TikTok, because I don't even know her, and I already know she has more of a brain than this lady does. And that's not something hard to accomplish, but I already know she has way more of a brain than this lady, because you can't even compare the two. I know how agriculture works. I took environmental science. I have studied agriculture before. I know how animals are treated, and it is not the way you explain it. I know the humane techniques when you say quote-unquote gas chambers. Don't get me wrong. There, I know for a fact there are some corporations that probably do treat their animals a little bad, but it is nowhere near to the extent that you explained it as. Nowhere near. Not even close. And I also don't think you know the definition of rape, because that is not it. These animals are not beaten, they are not torn limb from limb, they are not raped, they are not abused, literally with whips, and just constantly abused. Not even with the whips. Let's take something worse. Let's take like maces and stuff. Like, they are not just constantly bashed and whipped and raped and destroyed by Nazi soldiers. They are not shot in a line and thrown in a pit, okay? And we're speaking on humans. We are speaking on people. We are not speaking on Peppa Pig.
And for what? Why did we do that to the Jews? Why did the world let that happen? Because good people remain silent.
Excuse me? I'm pretty sure there was a whole war over this.
So now what? Use all the power that you have going forward to educate yourself. Use your critical thinking skills. Go and actually watch the documentaries that all of us have watched. Go to watchdominion.com and don't be cowardly about it. Don't watch it in a group of people while you talk and while you try to close your eyes to what's going on. Don't mute the sound of the animals. Listen. Watch it in small bits by yourself or with a friend that you trust who is seriously interested in learning. There are many cowardly teenagers here on YouTube who have said that they watched Dominion and it was a joke. To them, they thought it was funny.
I ain't seen it, but I think you're pretty funny, and that's not a good thing.
Seeing the animals suffer like that. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Doesn't that worry you to some degree? That psychopaths here have a voice so strong? It's not them that's the problem. It's everyone who follows them and doesn't say anything like, yo, dude.
You just seen her search the inner depths of her brain for that saying, because she hasn't been any sort of hip since 1942, okay? So she just had to pull out, yo, dude. What are we, a surfer boy at a Teen Beach movie?
There's nothing funny about watching this mother pig in a tight, confined space, so tight that she can't even turn around. And when her babies are born and one of them is dead, and the brother or sister looks desperately for some warmth and lies down on the dead body of their sibling, there's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about a man who goes in back of a pig and starts rubbing her and masturbating her and then inserts sperm into her, forcing her to be pregnant against her will.
Okay, so one, I highly doubt the farmer takes his hands and does it in the way you just explained it. I assume there's some sort of machine or tool that does that. I highly doubt he sticks his fingers up a pig's booty, okay? I doubt he does that, all right? I highly doubt it, all right? I just can't see that. I may be wrong, but I highly doubt that's a thing, okay? I really, 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 really do. Okay, so I just Googled a whole article on it, and they take this disposable rod, okay, this disposable rod that they use, you know, in the place. They use it, and they throw it away, and they just put it on the tip of it, and it goes in there. They don't do all this raping, okay? That's not how it goes down. Artificial insemination is different than that. That's not how it goes down. I just Googled it. Literally a quick Google search.
This is inhumane, disgusting behavior. It's abhorrent. It's not normal. There is nothing normal about the way that we treat animals. When it comes to the chickens and the baby boy chicks that are born, and an assembly line goes by and people pick them up, and if they're boys, put them on a separate assembly line, and they go in to be murdered, ground up alive. There's nothing normal about that, when we can absolutely survive without eating eggs, or chickens, or pigs, or cows. There's absolutely nothing normal okay about us raping these mother cows, forcing them to be pregnant with sperm that came from us masturbating a bull, literally masturbating them, taking the sperm and inserting it into the female. And when her baby is born, to murder the boy. But first, we will put him in a tiny confined area for a few days, sometimes a few weeks, isolated, crying for his mother, unable to see his siblings. Just the most barbaric thing that if you tried, you couldn't even invent something worse.
She has a very odd worldview by saying you couldn't invent something worse. I think you can.
It is a holocaust that the animals are going through. And there's nothing okay about it. And anyone who thinks that there is something okay with that needs help. The problem with our school system is not that we are churning out people who can't read and write or are not ready for the job market. The problem with our school system is that we haven't taught kids to think and to care. Those should be the only two criteria to graduating.
Oh, shut up. Maybe in your vegan cult school or whatever that you're doing, but not in a normal school system. You should not have only two requirements to graduate, and that being empathy and being able to research things on your own. And besides, I'm friends with a lot of teachers, okay? I know a lot of teachers who teach elementary school, okay? They encourage their students to think for themselves, okay? They teach material, and then they teach students to think for themselves, but I'm assuming this lady means think for themselves by them saying stuff that oppose her opinions, which is the actual truth, not her misleading information.
Have you proved that you can think for yourself, research the actual truth? And have you proved to us that you care? Have we taught you empathy? If not, the entire society collapses because of that. When we start to cheer on people who think that hurting others is okay, we are falling into a deep, dark, black hole.
Okay, let's get this straight real quick. I don't think just about anybody cheers on people for hurting others. I don't think that's a thing that most people do. I don't think a ton of people look at Ted Bundy and they go like, oh yeah, amazing dude, amazing stuff he did. No, they don't say that. He said he was a horrible serial killer who acted like he was harmed, like he was hurt himself to lure women to help him, and then he'd take out a crowbar or whatever and go wacka and beat their skull in and then rape them or whatever he did. It's not something that people cheer on. Granted, there is some loopy people that do, but that's besides the fact. People don't think like that. I know she says others, and she means animals. She says others like we're on an absolute. We have a plane. Okay, there's a plane, not like an airplane, a dimensional plane. Okay, that we are exactly equal with any other organism. Let's take any organism. We're equal with that, okay? Like, we're equal with the pig, like Peppa Pig. We're equal with her. Okay, we're humans. We're right there standing next to Peppa Pig. We are absolutely equal with her. We have to respect every single one of her rights, like, we can't touch her. Like, we can't, like, pat her on the back without her screaming, like, sexual assault or something, and she, like, okay, see, we got to go to court with the pig. No, that's no, vegan teacher. That's not how that works, okay? That's not how it works, okay? Um, oh gosh, I don't even know what to say on some of this stuff. So basically, the rest of the video, she just keeps ranting on and on about her stupid opinions. And like for part 2, basically, I'm getting a headache now, so I'm gonna just wrap up the video here. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, it helps to subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend, and I hope to see y'all on the flip side. Peace out.